For centuries, mankind has looked to the stars. Since the 1960s, we have trusted the National Aeronautics and Space Administration to get us there. But budget cuts and recessions have forced the government to retire much of its space programs. However, in recent years, privately funded space companies have emerged to fill the gap. We asked Dr. Eric Hawker of the Illinois Mathematics and Science Academy to tell us about this transition.
There's a great deal of, I don't know how to describe this, inertia in some government agencies, and sometimes it takes a long time for them to change. And I think a smaller private company can be a catalyst for change and do things faster, incorporate new technologies faster into things better than NASA can, I think. Spaceflight is incredibly complicated, and there's not only just putting humans in orbit, but just putting anything in orbit has its risks. And so you need some sort of oversight to make sure that companies don't cut corners and put things in orbit that when they come down they won't properly burn up, and then they'll possibly land in urban areas and hurt people, for instance. Or
regulations certainly might be necessary, but private space companies seem to be taking off, both metaphorically and physically. Currently, it's cheaper to fly with the leading private space company, SpaceX, than Russia or NASA. In 2011, SpaceX was Elon Musk's only company to turn a profit, and it has been improving ever since. 60 Minutes interviewed Musk to find out whether private space travel will be the way of the future.
Is what we are experiencing at this moment in time the turning point in man's reach for space, going from governments to private companies like yours?
I think we're at the dawn of a new era, and I think it's going to be very exciting. What we're hoping to do with SpaceX is to push the envelope and provide a reason for people to be excited and inspired to be human.
But of course, space travel is not without concerns, as this botched SpaceX CRS rocket landing shows. In light of this, we asked IMSA students whether they'd be willing to take the risk of flying to space with a private company, and how much they'd be willing to pay.
I feel like it'd be fun. You could go out in space and then stare at Earth from a distance and give you a holistic view of the universe.
That's dumb as hell. No.
I might go to space. I'm a little claustrophobic.
Depends on the price. If it's exorbitantly expensive, no.
I like trying new things.
If I was meant to go to space, don't you think Jesus would let me breathe space air?
If I could return, yes.
Probably wouldn't go because I don't like small spaces.
I want it to be as commonplace as taking a flight to a different state.
It would be some thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Like $50,000.
So right now, I'd probably spend $1,000. Put that maybe somewhere around 20,000 maybe.
I wish it was cheap so I could go.
Despite concerns, private space travel clearly has a bright future. If Musk has his way, we might see humans settling in orbit or on Mars in the next 30 years.